everyone, welcome back. So I wanted to do a video today where I'm comparing the new L'Oreal True Match. It's a new formulation, and comparing it to the old formulation. I was super curious to see how different it's going to be because this one has skincare ingredients. They've included that now in the formulation. And then I'm going to test out a couple of other products and do a comparison on those as well. And then when I was in the drugstore the other day, it's almost like I go into like a bit of, I don't know what I call it a makeup trance, because I gravitate towards a product and it's just like I see something new and it's like I see that, I must try it, I must buy it. And that's kind of how it is. That's how my process of thought goes when I see new makeup. So I wanted to try these products out. So if you want to see what the rest of the products are, then let's get into the video. So I just thought it would be fun to compare the two foundations. So the two foundations I'm talking about is the L'Oreal, the True Match. This is the original packaging and formulation. And then this is the new one. This is also True Match Super Blendable Foundation. But this time it comes with a nice little pump. So they've completely, from what I understand, they've completely gotten rid of this one here and they're going with this one here. So I just thought it would be really fun to compare the two. They're comparing this one. So when I went onto the website and started just reading a little bit about it, it says it, so rediscover True Match Super Blendable Foundation, a skincare infused foundation available in 45 shades. So then I was wondering whether they're comparing this one with the It Cosmetics one, the skin, your skin but better skincare, because there's skincare in that, and then there's a new skincare in this one too. So my first thought was I wanted to compare these two because I thought it would be interesting because this is such a cult favorite. This has been around, I think, about 15 years. This is the original. And this is one of my favorites. Like, I've used this one off and on throughout the years. This was my go-to, if I'm trying to remember correctly, this was my go-to probably about 10 years ago. I use this one every day. This was my favorite foundation. And yeah, I mean, over time, I've adjusted and started using different foundations, but I always came back to that one. So I thought it was really interesting that they would change up the formulation, because that sometimes can get people pretty nervous if you start changing formulations around, especially when it's something that they're used to. And then something else that they said is it's a new pump design bottle, which I do like that. I think that it's very, very nice, because the thing with this one, old one, is you just unscrewed the top and that was it. Like there was nothing else protecting the product. So I think this is really nice to have a pump now. The formula provides ideal, natural, and true to skin coverage, which the original did that too. True Match is enriched with hyaluronic acid and improves skin quality in just 2 weeks, because that's the claim of the It Cosmetics one too. It's your skin gets better after 2 weeks, and reveal more radiant and healthier looking skin. True Match foundation breaks down the boundaries between your skin and your foundation, so you can't tell where the foundation begins and your skin ends. True Match provides 24-hour hydration thanks to its moisturizer in a foundation complex with 80% moisturizing care. The foundation enhances your natural glow. Oh, so that's interesting too, because this one really didn't have like much of a glow to it, the original. Allowing your skin to breathe with a non-comedogenic formula and suitable for sensitive skin. The formula gives a natural bare to skin coverage, ideally matching your skin undertone, available in 45 shades to perfectly match your skin tone and texture. So that's why I was super excited. So I do want to just kind of jump in and start comparing the two. So what I'm going to do is put one side the old foundation, the other side the new foundation, and then when I was in the store, I actually wasn't looking for that foundation. I just happened to, I made the mistake of veering into the cosmetic section of the store. That's not very good for me. I shouldn't do that, but I did. So when I saw that, the new stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they have it. I had heard that it was going to be coming out, but I had no idea when. So I was super excited for that. And then as I was standing there trying to shade match, I came across, right beside it is mascara. And so many of you have commented to me about this mascara that I should try, and you all say how much you love it. So then I had another epiphany and I said, why don't I compare this mascara, which is the telescopic mascara, with that new Maybelline Sky High? because this one looks very similar when you look at the packaging. The wand here looks very, very similar to the Maybelline. So that was my other epiphany. I'm like, oh, why don't I compare? So compare the foundation, compare the mascara, because they look very similar. I'm very curious to see how lengthening it is, because I bought actually the one that is more lengthening. There was 3 different formulas there, but I bought that one, which has more of a lengthening formula. And then just when I thought I was going to get out of the department and I was, okay, I had my new foundation, my new mascara, and I came around the corner and I saw a display there, and I think they were trying to promote, they had a new packaging for the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It had a bunch of little hearts on it, so I think they're just trying to promote Valentine's Day, so they made a special edition packaging. But on that same displayer, they had a lip gloss that I hadn't seen this lip gloss before. This looked totally new to me. But it's the claim on the little displayer that I saw says 8 hours, 8-hour wear. And well, the first thought for me is BS, okay, because I've never had a lip gloss that lasts 8 hours, maybe 4 hours, and that's pushing it for a lip gloss for me. So I picked up, this is the Infallible Pro Gloss, 8-hour wear, and I love the shade. The shade was really, really pretty. So we're going to give that a try. So we're going to do just like a little bit of comparison, a first impression video and a wear test. I do want to wear this throughout the day and see how both the foundations do, and even the mascara, see how they do. I mean, I already did that one video for the Maybelline, that if you guys watch that. If not, I'll just insert it in the cards here. You can check that out. But I really, this is my new favorite mascara. It doesn't flake. It lasted all day. Amazing formulation. So I'm really super excited to see how this mascara does against it. So let's jump into this. All right, to get started, I have 2 different brushes because I didn't want to interchange them. So I have one brush that's going to do the one side, another brush to the other side. And then I want you guys to let me know in the comments, do you want me to do a comparison with this and also the IT Cosmetics one? Let me know. I don't want to do a video if you guys don't want to see that. I thought it would be interesting to see, just because of the claims on this to have skincare ingredients in it, which is the claims on the IT Cosmetics. But I just want you guys to let me know whether that's something that would interest you, because for me, I still wanted to do the comparison of the old version. I thought that would be really interesting to see. But like I said, leave me some comments. Let me know if that's something you guys want to see, and I'll go ahead and do that. So let's get into first the original. So the original, I had always used C2 Natural Ivory. That was my shade. And then when I was looking for another shade, so if you can hopefully you can kind of see here, there is a little bit of a difference because I am more cool toned. But when I was looking at the 2 formulas in the store, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll go with more of a neutral shade for myself. So this one here is in the shade of 2.N Vanilla, which stands for neutral. We'll see how well I was able to shade match that. So first let's go, I'm just going to take like a tiny bit because I'm only doing half my face. So let's go, that's probably even too much. So I'm just going to go with like that much. And let me zoom you guys in slightly here so that you can see a little bit better. And I've moisturized my face. I have no primer on it. When I'm testing a new foundation, I usually don't like to put a primer on it. I want to see how the actual foundation does on its own. Yeah, see, this one always kind of made me, I don't know, maybe I just didn't have the right shade. Even now looking at it as I'm putting it on, it does look really light for me. Like just the shade, but I always have liked this foundation, and I liked how you can build it up. It is very buildable, and it blends in pretty good. So I had the feeling, I just felt like I was going to be a little bit chatty today. I don't know why, but if you saw, I'm trying to get this is Saturday morning, and if you are subscribed to my channel, you'll see that I did put out, it's almost like a little bonus video I put out this morning. Because you're going, Mel, a video went out Saturday. And I was like, yes. And I have been so busy with work. So it's been a bit of a challenge to try and get so much done lately. It's been a few sleepless nights of trying to think of everything that I need to do. But I did it. I got the video out, and now I'm doing this one today. And some of the other makeup I'm just going to do off camera because I don't want this one to be like too long for you guys, because I know the one that I just uploaded was a bit longer. But I hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of a fun Valentine's Day makeup look, even though I know it's strange times right now, and I don't know about you guys. I mean, we're just going to have a quiet dinner at home. We're not going out to a restaurant. But that is life right now, right? And you could probably see that I already did my eyebrows off camera. All right, so that is this side with the old version. And then I did also bring my sponge in, and I'm just going to use that just to kind of soak up any other foundation I may have, especially around, I always find I get it around my nose area. So we'll just kind of put it in there. So you can see, I mean, it's not like I said to you, it's not like a glowy foundation. It's just like a workhorse foundation. It's just like a tried and true, awesome foundation. It doesn't steer me wrong at all. So we'll see how well this other foundation does now. We're going to go in with this one here now. Very cute little pump. And I'm just going to use about the same amount that I used on the other one. Okay, so it has that, like more of the runnier kind of consistency, just like the other one did. This shade might be, I don't know, might be a little bit dark. We'll see. Just using that other brush now. Well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's, actually it's not bad. So I can already feel, it does feel different when it's going on. Wow, that is really nice. It feels like a serum. And they don't have, like, neither one of these has a smell, just so you know. But look at how, oh, it's very, like, can you see that sheen on the back of my hand? Oh, this is so a totally different formulation. Oh, I like this. And I already ran out and did all my errands this morning, so I won't have to go out because I'll look kind of silly. I can see the difference. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I can see the difference on the two sides. So luckily all my errands are done. But this is really nice. There is definitely a difference between the two formulations. But yeah, I mean, you can expect that from companies, right? Like you see, they must see all these other companies making these new formulations of products, and they obviously don't want to be, kept out of the loop there. So, but it's again that same formula. Like for coverage, it is like more, like a lighter version. I'm just putting a little bit more on the pump here, and I'm gonna just try and build it up a little bit more. But yeah, definitely I can see my natural skin poking through. But I really like this. I like how it's giving me just a really hydrated look. And I think I forgot to tell you, this was about $19 or $20 Canadian. So it's competing with some of those, I mean, prices I find drugstore foundations have gone up over the last couple of years. But it's still pretty affordable when you compare it to some of the other higher end formulation, like foundations. And then I have another foundation review that I'm going to do probably in a couple weeks. I had a viewer ask me if I could review this one product, and I said I would. So I did pick it up when I was just quickly running out the other day. I ran into Sephora and I picked it up. And it'll be a new type of foundation for me to try because I don't normally go for these types of foundations, but you'll have to wait and see which one I'm talking about. So I really do think this has made my skin look better on this side than this side. This side still has, it's not even like a sheen or anything to it, but this one on this side has built up way better than this side, because even after I did put 2 coats on here, like I did put another little bit on my hand, you can definitely see my natural skin still poking through on this side, whereas this side has a little bit more coverage. Oh, I'm really liking this. That is such a nice foundation. Now I am super excited to see how it wears for the rest of the day. So all in all, I probably used a good 2 pumps on this side. But I love products that have hyaluronic acid in it. That just makes your skin so much better. And then since we're testing out L'Oreal, I thought, why don't I use the L'Oreal, the True Match concealer. This is the eye cream also that's included in the concealer. But I wanted to show this on camera because I wanted to use my new Real Techniques, my concealer brush. I haven't used it yet. I still was kind of on the fence about this concealer. I don't know why. I find it's not my favorite, but I still keep working with it. So I'm just going to put it. I mean, it's very moisturizing. I will give it that. Like as I'm putting it under my eye here, it just glides on. You can really feel that the eye cream in the product. And sorry, I forgot to tell you, I have this in the shade. Hold on a second. I have this in C12 Fair. So I'm just going to take that concealer brush now and see if it blends in. I don't know why I've tried using a sponge with it. I've tried using my fingers. It's not one of the concealers that I gravitate to. Now it does blend in nicely with this concealer brush, but I can still see the darkness is just peeking through ever so slightly. But like I said, I love, like I can feel it even as I'm using the brush, how smooth it feels under my eye. So I do like that it has that eye cream in it. I think that makes a huge difference. And I can see, I mean, it's not, my fine lines aren't being accentuated by it. So that's nice. So that's okay. I mean, I'm just going to kind of leave it with that. And then I'm going to use just a little bit for my primer today. I don't have my eyeshadow primer right with me, so I'm just going to put some of that on here. I'm not going to use a powder today to set this. I want to see how it's going to work without any help. But hopefully you guys can see that on the camera how beautiful this side looks. And I love the shade. I think having the neutral shade is really making a difference, but I can just see how glowy it is. It's beautiful on this side. Can you see that right there? I can see it in the viewfinder. Like right here, it just looks glowy. Whereas this side still kind of has just like a flat look to it. There's like no satiny kind of look to it. It's just kind of a flat foundation, where this is beautiful. Oh, I like it. I like it. All right, I'm going to quickly do my eyeshadow and all that sort of stuff, and then we're going to come back and do mascara. All right, let's get into the mascara. So I just quickly did my eyes. I'll have everything linked and listed down below of what products I've used. But let's get into this. So here is the mascara, the Maybelline one. And then this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Original Intense Looking Lengthening Mascara. So what it says on the back, just one of the claims is, in a stroke, the precision brush visibly lengthens lashes up to 60%. 60% is pretty good. I have this in the shade also black. It's just, I think there was a waterproof version. I don't usually use waterproof versions of mascaras. I find they're just a little bit harder to take off, so I just prefer to use just regular mascaras. Okay, so very nice packaging. And again, the wand is very similar. So that, I'll show you that one, and then I'll show you, it's very similar. It's very bendy, just like the Maybelline was. Interesting. And then if you aren't familiar with the Maybelline one, that is the Maybelline one. And it also is very bendy. So I think what I'll do is on this side, which I had the older version of L'Oreal, I'll do the mascara on that one. Or sorry, I'll do the L'Oreal mascara on this side, just because it is an older mascara. And I'm not going to curl my lashes at all. I want to see how The mascara works just on its own without any help of being curled. Okay, so it is, I can see it is lengthening. I like this wand. It does get all into the little corners. It feels like it's a little bit of a wetter mascara compared to the Maybelline. So that is just one coat. And I'm just gonna dip back in. It gets a really bendy wand. My goodness, like even as you're pulling it out, it's really, really bendy. So I'm just getting some more on the wand. So this is coat 2. Sometimes I let the mascara dry down just a tiny little bit before I put the second coat on, but I don't know how this is going to, how it works. The only one that I can't really do that one is the Maybelline, the Falsies mascara. I find if I put a coat on and I have to immediately put the second coat on, if you wait a little bit longer for it to dry, it starts getting kind of clumpy because it has like a fibery kind of texture to it. Okay, so this is very nice. I don't know, I've never tried this one. I've seen it, I just had never tried it. I mean, I think I've tried pretty much every other L'Oreal mascara. I don't know why I've never tried this one. Okay, so this is 2 coats. So now we're going to go in on this side where I have the new L'Oreal True Match foundation, and we'll put the newer mascara, which is the Maybelline Sky High. And after I did that review on it, I can't believe how many people have said that they're having a really hard time trying to find it. I guess once it got onto TikTok, like it just sold out everywhere. So I'm going to say so far they're pretty comparable. The Maybelline is not as wet of a mascara. The L'Oreal, so I'm going to go in for like a second coat now. The L'Oreal is very, it has lengthened and volumized. I can definitely see it was starting to just get a tiny bit clumpy right there, but we'll go in with the second coat here and see how they compare after the second coat. Some people have mentioned to me that they found that it was getting a little bit clumpy on them. I haven't had that issue with it getting clumpy. I did hear, I can't remember who I was watching. I was watching somebody and they had mentioned that they found the waterproof formula was a little bit clumpier than the regular version. So that may be, and I just got a little bit, oh well, we'll clean that up after. I got a little bit right there, but I'll use my Q-tip. So I'm just gonna do the bottom with the L'Oreal. And I do prefer smaller wands on the bottom, so that's nice that this is like a smaller wand. But so far I am saying that this is very, very comparable. So I just finished putting the mascara on the bottom lashes and I finished off the rest of my face. I just quickly put on the L'Oreal Lumi True Match Bronze It. And I also used the Maybelline Master Chrome, one of my favorite highlighters. And what else did I use? Oh, the L'Oreal, the True Match blush. So those are products I put on my face. As I'm looking at it, I can see how much luminous this side looks where I have the new foundation on compared to this side. This side still just, I don't know what the other word to use, but other than it just looks like a little bit flat on this side. And this just has that really hydrated look to it. So I'm loving this foundation. I can't wait to see how it wears. So final step, I want to try that lip gloss. And it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Gloss 8 Hour. And I have this in the shade 88 Pink Opal. But it's a really nice gloss. Pretty shade. So we'll see if this lasts for 8 hours. There was quite a shade range for these. But I liked kind of the pinky tone to it. So I think it's quite nice for a lip gloss. And I like the shade. Very pretty shade. So I'm going to wear this for the 8 hours. Right now it is 2:20. Hopefully you can see that without all my lights everywhere. Anyhow, it says 12:20 in the afternoon. So I'm going to wear this for the full 8 hours. I'm going to do a check-in with you guys later on tonight. So far, it doesn't feel like overly sticky, which is nice. So we'll see how that wears. I can kind of see as I'm talking. I can kind of see where it separates right here in the corners. So I'll grab a tissue. I usually try and dab that after I put lip gloss on. So I'll get rid of that. But in regards to the foundation, I think that looks really nice. It's not settling into my fine lines here. And I think that they have a winner now with this new formulation. I think this is going to be a real hit compared to the older one. And the mascara, I'm going to be really honest. The mascara, really similar, like really, really similar. And I'm so thankful that everybody kind of told me about this telescopic one. I am very impressed. I think it did a really nice job. Didn't clump. So as I'm wearing it, the only things I look for when I'm like doing a test on a mascara is whether it does any flaking. Does it do any smudging? Does it kind of make my lashes by the end of the night? Do they kind of start drooping, or are they still kind of keeping that nice little lift, lengthening going? So we'll see how that all goes. But oh, this is really bugging me. I can kind of see as I'm talking. Hopefully you guys can see that. Like, look at all of that. So I don't like it when lip glosses do that. Yeah, don't like it when they do that. So we're going to give all these makeup products a run for their money and see how they do after the 8-hour mark. It could be a little bit longer. We'll see, because 8 hours would be like 8:30 at night. So we'll see how when I get to do my check-in. But hopefully everything turns out, fingers crossed. And I will touch base with you guys a little bit later. All right, so I'm in for my final check-in. I've brought you in nice and close so we can see what's going on with the foundations. So it is 9:20 at night. So I officially have had this on for 9 hours. So let's first start with the product that I didn't think was going to last. And sure enough, if you can see my lips, that lip gloss did not last 8 hours. And I mean, in 8 hours time, of course, I'm going to have, like, I've had water to drink. I had a glass of wine at supper time. I had my, my dinner. And I can't believe, like, there is nothing left on my lips at all. Like, nothing. I don't even think that that's the shade. Like, the shade isn't even on there. So this one was a little bit disappointing. And for about an hour after I applied it, you know how I had all that little gummy stuff on my lips? That kept on and on for about an hour, and then it finally dissipated. I had a glass of water and it kind of ended up being on the rim of the glass, which was very annoying. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in the lip gloss. Does not last 8 hours. I think it lasted, I'm gonna say, I noticed right around the 5-hour mark was when it started. The color was still there, but it was still, I could still see a little bit of like shininess around the outer rim, but definitely not an 8-hour lip gloss. So that's a bit of a fail for me. The mascaras, so I haven't done anything around my face. I've really tried hard not to touch my face today. So you can see on this side here, that was the L'Oreal side. So there is just like one fleck of mascara, which is pretty good. I mean, for 9 hours of wear. But I really like how both of them have turned out, and don't mind all the smudges and stuff. It's been a long day, but I am really, really impressed with both mascaras. I think they do a fantastic job. So I will definitely be wearing this one a few more times, and I think that is a really great dupe for this new Maybelline, the Sky High. So if you have trouble finding the Sky High, I would suggest then, if you can find the L'Oreal Telescopic, go for it. I think they do fantastic. Both my eyes, you can see, they've, like, the length has stayed, and there's no, like, the smudging that is going on under here is actually the eyeliner that I put on today. It's not the mascara. So other than that, I think they both did a fantastic job. So A+ for both mascaras. And then the foundations, as I'm looking at the foundation up close, the old side, so this is the old True Match. This has, from what I can see in here, has faded. This side is still staying very, very true. I do have right in here, you can see quite a bit of settling in my smile lines. But keep in mind, I didn't have any primer on either. When I wear primer, this really it diminishes all those smile lines. So I will try this again with a primer. I'll try this one probably maybe in another video and just see how that does. But I mean, yeah, for the most part, other than the smile lines, this is still, you can see how nice, and it's still very radiant to my face. This side, just, I think it has broken down on this side more, and definitely has faded all in here. Like I said, I really haven't touched my face today. So for it to be like really in here, I can really see it, how much it's faded. And then I've got something going on the side of my nose here. I don't have it on this side. So very, very, very happy with the new formulation of the True Match. I think they've done a great job. So A+ for the new foundation. And I'll be using, I'll try and use this up, or I'll mix it with some other foundations just so that it doesn't, I don't want it expiring either. So I'll just kind of mix it with some other foundations because you can't get this one anymore. And as I had mentioned in the beginning part of the video, let me know if you want me to do a comparison between the new True Match and the IT Cosmetics foundation and see how well they wear against each other. And other than that, I think that is it. I'm very, very happy with how it all turned out. So I hope you like this comparison video. I like doing these comparison videos because it was fun to see how, like, if nobody had suggested this mascara to me, I probably would have not bought it, to be honest with you. I don't know why. I've tried so many other L'Oreal mascaras, so I don't know why. I just never really looked at that one before, but I'm very happy for your suggestion, so thank you very much. Oh, and that was the other thing that I forgot, is that I didn't wear any powder with this, so I think it did quite nicely without having any powder set on it. So that also probably played a part in, you know, how it's settling into my lines. So that I was just trying to think of that, and that's probably one of the other things too, is because I didn't set it. So before you go, I would love for you to become a little part of my world here on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell, and that way you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy these type of videos where I do comparisons, or you love makeup, that sort of thing. So don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And my apologies in advance because I'm just so busy right now. I am trying to get to all your comments when you leave me comments. I do try and get to every single one. I may be a little bit delayed in getting the comment answered, but I will always answer your comments. So thank you very much. I appreciate all the comments that you send to me. So as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye.